Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday Night Football review for round 1 of the 2022 NRL season. Now, first thing I want to say is I hope the bloody connection does not have any dramas. I can see the connection at the moment is a bit up in the air. It's a bit dodgy. I might be a bit blurry to you guys. So if I do cut out, don't panic. I will be back if the connection does cut out. But yeah, welcome to the Saturday football review for round 1 of the 2022 NRL season, where we saw 3 games of football. I watched all 3 games at the club and had a really good time watching the footy there. I thought it was very nice. And the scores from today's games, as you can see down the bottom on your screen there, fellas. Newcastle Knights beat the Roosters 20 points to 6. Dragons beat the Warriors 28 points to 16. And the Melbourne Storm over the West Tigers there 26 points to 16. There were some upsets today. Obviously, Newcastle winning over the Roosters, which was a massive boil over. I don't think anyone expected that. Dragons beating the Warriors, which was a very, very good game of football. And Melbourne getting over the Tigers in the end, which wasn't pretty from Melbourne, but they got the job done. And full credit to everyone whose team won today. It was a very good Super Saturday. But we're going to get into the first game, which was the Roosters up against the Newcastle Knights. And I could not believe what I was watching. The Sydney Roosters at the SCG. My God. The Newcastle Knights, well done. Full credit to them. They came down to the SCG. No one gave them a chance. Newcastle were about $6.50 to win by the time we got the kickoff. It is the upset of the round so far. Couldn't believe what I was watching. But let's get into the review, and I can see my connection at the moment. It is a bit all over the place. It doesn't look good, so I do apologize about that. I am using my hotspot. I can't make the connection to be $1 million right now. Not much I can do about it. Like I said before, if it cuts out, I will try and fix it up, and we'll be back. So hopefully it doesn't cut out. So let's just get in to the review, fellas. And well, we're going to start off with a little bit of a rant. The Roosters' first try of the game was disallowed, and I was very upset about this. I was watching it at the club, like I said, and I had my Coke with me, and this was a disgusting decision from the referee. I thought this was a bullshit decision. 10th minute of the game. The Roosters, no try to James Tedesco. So what ended up happening was Daniel Tupou, he ran through, passed it to Luke Keary to Tedesco. No try. Now, the reason why it was a no try was because apparently Connor Watson obstructed David Clemmer. Now, here's the thing. Go back and watch that no try. Can you explain to me, please explain to me, what was Connor Watson actually meant to do? David Clemmer, with all due respect, was never, ever going to get Daniel Tupou. Tupou went through the gap, but that was it. Clemmer was never going to get there. What's Connor Watson meant to do? Is Connor Watson meant to fall down? Is Connor Watson meant to go to sleep with a pillow, with a fucking blanket? That was a bullshit decision. The fact that it was no try was just infuriating, and a really tough call against the Roosters early on. Now, I thought that was a ridiculous decision. And then we get to the 14th minute of the game, where the first try of the game went to Dane Gagai. Jake Clifford put up a massive bomb. Tedesco just let the ball bounce. I don't know why he let it bounce. Tedesco let the ball bounce, and Clifford tackles Tedesco as he tries to get the ball. Gagai picks the ball up. Gagai goes in to score for the Newcastle Knights. A great try from Newcastle. A flukish try. Definitely one they wouldn't have done at training. Jake Clifford with a very good bomb. Tedesco, for some reason, let the ball bounce. I don't know what he was thinking.
Dane Gagai scores the first try of the game. Clifford converts the goal. Newcastle go to 6-0. 14 minutes gone. Great start for the Newcastle Knights. And then we get to the 33rd minute where Noe Tuwala ended up scoring in the corner for Newcastle Knights. Newcastle on our left-hand side. The flick from Bradman Best, the flick was outstanding. Nice play from Bradman Best. Tuwala goes in the score in the corner. Clifford misses the conversion. Newcastle lead 10 points to 0. 33 minutes gone in the game, and I could not believe it. The Roosters couldn't score a freaking try, and then right before half-time, a high tackle on Angus Crichton, which ended up busting him open. Roosters go for a penalty goal pretty much right on half-time, and half-time, Newcastle Knights 10, Sydney Roosters 2, and I was actually really disappointed with the Roosters in the first half. I thought Keary and Walker as a combination, they just weren't gelling. I thought Tedesco was trying a little bit too hard. He was playing too much on the cusp for me. Yeah, look, Angus Crichton is still a Tupanua. So here's the thing, right? Last year, Crichton played left edge. Tupanui played right edge. For some reason, Crichton was playing right edge today and Tupanui was playing left. Why? Why was that happening? Why weren't they on the other side? Tupanui is a right side player. Crichton is a left side player. I don't know why they changed combinations. I didn't understand it. So that was strange for me. But we get to the second half, and, well, if you want more what the fuck moments, well, this was the biggest what the fuck moment of the game. It was a Jadaria Hargraves pass, which was a short ball to Siwa Takiyaho. Takiyaho knocks the ball on. Jay Clifford picks the ball up. Clifford just runs through and scores a nice try. Clifford goes in to score. Newcastle go to 16-2. 22 minutes to go. Can you believe what we are seeing? It was insane. Could not believe this shit. Newcastle 16-2. 20 to go. Unbelievable. And then in the 60th minute, Phoenix Crossland takes out Sam Walker. He goes to the sin bin for a professional foul. I think this decision was a bit up in the air. I mean, Sam Walker did kick the ball and get taken out, but let's be honest here. Taken out or not, Sam Walker was never getting to the ball. So Phoenix Crossland goes for 10 in the bin, which was a 50-50 call. Fair enough, I guess, whatever. Goes to the sin bin. And then for 10 minutes, the Roosters have a chance to score. Tupou gets taken over the sideline, and Momorowski got taken out, and I think Crichton got taken out as well. And it was just Roosters just couldn't score points. And then 73rd minute, Dominic Young goes over and scores on the right-hand side in the corner. Clifford missed the conversion. Newcastle 20 points to 2. And then with about 2 minutes to go, Paul Momorowski scores in the corner, and Walker misses the conversion. In full time, Newcastle Knights have beaten the Sydney Roosters 20 points to 6 at the SCG. I believe it's the first time since 2009 where Newcastle have beaten the Roosters in Sydney. It was unbelievable. The Knights have a massive upset. They were paying $6.50 before kickoff to win this game, and they went down to the SCG with the right mentality, and they beat the Roosters 20 points to 6, and what was a massive upset, and I think it will be the upset of the round. I don't think the Titans and the Bulldogs winning tomorrow would be as much of a shock as what Newcastle did here tonight. Newcastle, incredible win. I want to talk about some of the players for the Knights who I thought had a really good game. I thought Callum Ponga at fullback was outstanding. I thought Dominic Young played well. Best and Gagai were good. Twala was good. I thought Jake Clifford and Adam McClune were very good in the house. I thought Jake Clifford was outstanding. I thought Clemens Safidi did very well together. Fitzgibbon had a good game. Frizzell looked good. Kurtman at lock had some really good moments as well. And I thought Mitch Barnett off the bench. I thought Barnett was really average to be honest with you. I thought he played shithouse. Barnett off the bench in the front row. Don't do it. It doesn't work. He's a back rower or a lock. Barnett's not a front rower. Came off the bench and he really struggled for mine. I thought Leo Thompson had some good moments. And that other bloke, Jai Hara, I can't pronounce his name. I thought he had some nice touches. As for the Roosters, Tedesco tried a little bit too hard for me. He was average. Tupou was one of their best. I thought Billy Smith in the centres was shocking. Manu was bit quiet for mine. Momorowski was dog shit. Sam Walker and Luke Keary were very average in the halves. Fletcher Baker was all right. Collins was a bit all over the place. Crichton and Tupanua just couldn't get into the game. Radley, he went off early with a HIA. Connor Watson was very quiet as well. Hargraves was quiet. Butcher and Hutchison didn't do a whole lot. And Takiaho was probably their best forward. But the Roosters, so disappointing. The Roosters. Newcastle getting a very good win. My top 3 players on ground for the Roosters Knights game. I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Dominic Young. I thought he was outstanding. Number 2, Kalen Ponga. And number 1, my man the match. I'm actually going to give it to Jake Clifford. I thought his kicking game was outstanding. I thought his the try score was very good. I know it was a lucky try, but take what you can get against these big sides. And yeah, look, I thought Jake Clifford controlled the game really well. So well done to the Newcastle Knights getting the win over the Roosters. 20 points to 6. Jake Clifford is my man the match. Now let's get into the other game. Now this game was one of the best games of the weekend. I think it is the best game of the weekend so far. The Dragons beating the Warriors 28 points to 16. This game was a absolute entertainment fest. If you wanted to see a game that had plenty of points, plenty of attack, and that was very exciting, well, the Warriors and Dragons game was for you. This game was extremely exciting. I enjoyed this game a lot. Let's get into it. So in the 8th minute, Mikhaili Ravalawa scores the first try of the game. It was a good try. It was Ben Hunt to Amone to Sloan. Beautiful cutout ball to Ravalawa. Ravalawa goes in and scores in the corner. Dragons go to 4-0 lead after 8 minutes. Lomas from the sideline converts to goal. Dragons 6-0. 15th minute. This was another great try from the Dragons. Jack Bird scores this one. Aaron Woods went to Ben Hunt. Hunt to Sloan inside to Jack Bird. The way this try was put together was outstanding. A nice try there to Jack Bird. Dragons 12-0 after 15 minutes gone. Great start for the Dragons. And then the Warriors hit back in the 23rd minute. DWZ with a kick for himself. Tyrell Sloan just missed the ball completely. I don't know what he was thinking. Ben Hunt gave him a death stare after that too, which I found quite funny. DWZ ends up scoring in the corner. Very nice individual try. It was a lucky try, but it was a nice play from DWZ. Dragons 12 points to 4. And then we get to the 32nd minute where Sean Johnson brings Josh Cohen under. Josh Cohen breaks through, gives a pass away to Wade Egan. Egan goes in to score, and the Warriors hit back there. Sean Johnson converts the conversion. Dragons 12 points to 10. 32 minutes gone into the game, and then right before halftime, a penalty went to the Dragons. Lomas converts the penalty goal right on halftime. Halftime, Dragons lead the Warriors at 14 points to 10. A very, very entertaining first half of football. Had a lot of attack. Dragons looked good early on, scoring 2 early tries. Warriors getting themselves back into the game, which was good to see. I really enjoyed the first half. I thought it was very entertaining. And then we get to the second half. 48th minute, Sean Johnson. Brilliant short ball to big Eli Katoa on that right edge. This was a nice short ball from Johnson to Katoa. Nice try for the Warriors. So Johnson converts the goal. Warriors go to 16-14. Warriors had the lead for the first time of the game. Very nice from the Warriors to take the lead there. And then we get to the 58th minute. Ravalawa goes in and scores his second try of the game. It was a very nice try. Ravalawa going over for a double. Very nice from Ravalawa. He just got the ball down too. I thought he dropped it. Just got the ball down there. Mozambique missed the conversion because Lomax went up for a HIA. Obviously, Lomax came back, but Mbai missed the conversion. Dragons 18-16, 22 minutes to go in the game. And then 67th minute, Ravalawa goes in and scores in the corner. The flick from Lomax was outstanding. Ravalawa scores his hat-trick in the corner. Lomax misses the conversion. Dragons 22-16, and then with 5 minutes to go, Dragons make a break. Mozambique from dummy half. Mbai goes in to score for the Dragons. Lomas converts the goal, and full-time, Dragons beat the Warriors 28 points to 16. A very entertaining game, an exciting game of football. Much enjoyed it. Probably the best game of the round so far. It was very back and forth. Dragons led 12-0. Warriors got back. They took the lead. Dragons got back in front and ended up winning the game 28-16. Very good game of football. Really love this game. A lot of good players to talk about here. So we'll start with the Dragons, the winning team. I thought Tyrell Sloan at fullback was outstanding. I thought Ramsey was okay. He looked a little bit quiet. Ramsey. Sully had a decent game. Lomax was good when he was on the field. Ravalawa was phenomenal. Amon looked good. Ben Hunt looked great. Woods had a good game in the middle. McCulloch was all right, I guess. Laurie had some good touches in the middle. Jack Bird was absolutely outstanding. Thought Jack Bird had a blinder of a game. Jaden Sewell was good. Jack DeBellin in the middle was outstanding as well. Mozambique had a good game off the bench. Molo was good. Kerr was all right. Jack Jajeski had a good game as well, I thought. As for the Warriors, Harris Tavita at fullback. He tried very hard, but he obviously isn't a fullback. He had a very, very up and down game. Latanis Lesnak was good. Viliani Valet, I can't pronounce his name, but the center, he had an okay game. Rocco Berry was decent. Montoya was very up and down. Nicarima was quiet for mine. Johnson was good. Adding Fanil Blake. I thought Fanil Blake was outstanding for the Warriors. White Egan had a good game off 4 at dummy half. Bunty Afoa, seriously, Bunty Afoa's a good player, man, but don't put him in the starting side. Bunty Afoa is a bench prop at best. Don't start him, for God's sakes. Ewan Aiken, he looked all right, Ewan Aiken. Ali Katola had a really strong game. Josh Curran in the middle. Josh Curran was outstanding in the middle. Curran was probably top 3 player on field. He was phenomenal. Jazz Tavago had some okay moments. Ben Mark Basil off the bench was all right. Definitely could be better. Aaron Panay was also fairly strong as well, and Bailey Siridan didn't do a damn thing off the bench. This game was very entertaining, very exciting. Much enjoyed it. Dragons get the job done over the Warriors, 28 points to 16. My top 3 players on ground from this contest, though. Number 3 is going to be the Warriors lock, Josh Curran. He was outstanding. Number 2, it's going to be the Dragons winger, Michaeli Ravalawa. He scored a hat-trick and had a really good game. And number 1, my man the match, I'm going to give it to Jack Bird. I thought Jack Bird in the back row was absolutely phenomenal. Jack Bird was outstanding in the back row, and Jack Bird's my man the match. Dragons, great win for the Dragons to start the season. Warriors, they were in the game for a while, but they just could not finish off, unfortunately. Dragons get the job done. Jack Bird's my man the match. What a game of football that one was. Game of the round so far. Now, the final game of Super Saturday. West Tigers and the Melbourne Storm. The West Tigers, where do I even begin with the West Tigers? They absolutely blew this. West Tigers had this game won, and then they just threw it away in the last 20 minutes. So disappointing. Tigers blew it. They should have won this, but they fucked it up again. But let's get into the game, shall we? So the Tigers, they started the game off very well. 8th minute, Ken Mamalo scores. They go left-hand side. A couple of nice offloads there from the Tigers. Oliver Gildard gets it on to Ken Mamalo. Mamalo scores in the corner. Good start for the Tigers. Brooks misses the conversion. Tigers will go out a 4-0 lead early on. 12th minute, George Jennings scores. Melbourne Storm go right. Pappenhausen to Kafusi. Kafusi gets it on to Jennings. Jennings goes in and scores in the corner. Nick Meaney misses the conversion. We stay leveled up at 4 apiece. 31st minute, David Nofaluma with a nice try. Luke Brooks with a nice. It was Brooks. It was Brooks to Hastings to Laurie. Laurie cut out ball to Nofaluma. Nofaluma beat Xavier Coates on the inside. Nofaluma goes in to score for the Tigers. Tigers score. Brooks with another missed conversion. Tigers 8 points to 4 over the Melbourne Storm after 31 minutes scoring into the game. And then right before half time, Tigers. What happened before half time? Tigers got a penalty right before half time. I think Nelson was offside or something. I think Nelson gave away a high tackle or some shit. Tigers. Hang on. No, hang on. No. Hang on. I got that wrong. Sorry, fellas. I got that fucking wrong. Penalty went to Melbourne. They went for a penalty goal and they missed, and then the Tigers ended up surviving. And then Tigers got a penalty goal right before half time there for Luke Brooks. Half time, Tigers 10 points to 4 over the Melbourne Storm. Tigers had a nice start on Melbourne, but Melbourne, they lost players. Brendan Smith got injured in the first 2 minutes. That was a big blow there. Jennings went off with a potential ACL injury. Welsh got injured later in the game as well, which was a shame. But fuck me, man. When you have all these players going out injured, you just gotta fucking you gotta win. You can't blow it up. You can't stuff the game up. And we get to the second half, and 43rd minute, Ken Mamalo with a try. Luke Brooks with a nice kick to the left-hand side. Mamalo scores his second try of the game. Mamalo in the air. Mamalo versus, I think it was, might have been Jennings. Or I think it was Remus Smith it was, actually. Sorry, Remus Smith. And Mamalo scores his second try of the game. Brooks misses the conversion again. Fuck me, Brooks can't kick a goal for his life. Luke Brooks, shocking goal kicking. Tigers 14 points to 4. And then 48th minute, we thought Olam scored. Pappenhausen put a kick for Olam, and Olam just dropped the ball. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable from Olam. Normally he'd score them, but he dropped the ball. And then when you thought Melbourne were gone, they just kept fighting it, didn't they? They kept staying into the game. 51st minute, Trent Lorio on the right-hand side scores. Melbourne went right-hand side. Bit of a block play there. Oliver Gildart and Luke Brooks just got confused, I guess, with each other's combinations. And Trent Lorio, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Trent Lorio, scores for the Melbourne Storm on that right-hand side. Many converts the conversion. Tigers 14-10. And that was in the 51st minute. There's still 25 minutes to go in the game. And then 54th minute, Nelson Solomona was offside. Tigers had to take the penalty goal there. Luke Brooks converts that one. Tigers 16 points to 10. And then Tigers, all they had to do was hold on for 25 minutes. And you think they could do it? No, they could not. And it was in the 59th minute. Jerome Hughes with a nice try, put a step on the inside. Jerome Hughes went in to score for the Melbourne Storm. Hughes, just individual brands, just lazy and tired defense from the Tigers. Hughes scores. Nick Meaney converts the goal. We go to 16 all with 20 minutes to go. And I'm thinking to myself, surely the Tigers are not going to bottle this game. Surely they're not going to stuff it up. And they did. We get to the 67th minute. And Melbourne made a break. I think Pappenhausen made a break and they were away. Melbourne. Luke Brooks missed a tackle and the Storm were away. And then quick play the ball. It went to Kafusi. It went to friggin' Meaney and Pappenhausen and all these sort of players. And then next minute, Xavier Coates over in the corner on the left edge on the wing. Coates goes in to score. And Melbourne go to a 20-16 lead. Nick Meaney misses the conversion. Melbourne 20-16. I'm thinking to myself, Tigers still a chance. Don't write the Tigers off here. And then what happens? 74th minute. Pappenhausen with the kick. Dane Laurie knocks it on. Laurie and Kafusi have a bit of a collision. Ball goes all over the place, and Remus Smith scores in the corner, and Melbourne end up scoring, converting the try as well. And Melbourne 26 points to 16. The Melbourne Storm win, and far out, man. The Tigers had this game won for 60 minutes, and they blew it. Absolutely blew it. I don't understand it. Melbourne, no Munster, no Brendan Smith, no Harry Grant, no Jesse Bromwich. They lost Welsh, Jennings, Smith in the game. They had players out. They had players out of position as well. Tigers were practically at full strength, and they find a way to blow it. Mentally, this is going to really hurt the West Tigers, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't get it, man. You lose to an understrength Melbourne Storm side in Sydney, and they led the whole game up until the final 20. Tigers. Shout out to the Tigers fans out there. They must be frustrated with this performance. They had the game. They had the game won and they just blew it in the last 20. Not good enough. Not good enough from the West Tigers. The Storm ended up getting the win. 26 points to 16. Let's go to some of the players, man. Far out, Tigers. We'll start with Melbourne, I reckon. Ryan Pappenhausen had a good game. George Jennings was all right. Remus Smith was good. Olam was quiet. Xavier Coates was a bit quiet, but scored a nice try in the end as well. Nick Meaney at 5'8" was whatever. Jerome Hughes had a very strong game at halfback. Nelson Solomona was good. Brendan Smith got injured, so you're not really going to rate him. Welsh was good. Kafusi had a decent game, had some nice touches, had some nice moments. Kenny Bromwich was I thought it was quite Kenny Bromwich. Josh Keane was all right. Wishart had a really good game off the bench. Trent Lorio had a strong game as well. Alex McDonald looked good, and Tepa Moreau did some nice things off the bench. As for the Tigers, Dane Laurie, he was outstanding. Nofaluma was good. Ken Mamalo was outstanding. James Roberts had some nice touches, had a okay game, Roberts, but again, he's just too quiet and he just needs to try and get more ball. Oliver Gildart was very good for the Tigers. Oliver Gildart had a strong game. Jackson Hastings was really strong, I thought, but towards the end of the game, he just couldn't get the ball because Luke Brooks kept fucking dominating, kept trying to dominate the ball, and Hastings had a good game, I thought. For a club debut, I thought Hastings was very solid. Luke Brooks did two good things all game, and besides that, did fuck all. Alex Twal was quiet. Jake Simpkin was quiet. Stefano was good. Tulangi on the back row was solid. Luciano Leilua was solid. Offering Gowie was okay, but off the bench would be better, as I thought. Tyrone Peachy had a strong game. Luke Garner was very quiet. Musgrave was all right. Alex Seyfarth was all right as well. I don't know, man. The Tigers, it's so frustrating because with all the players that Melbourne lost in the game, they lost Brendan Smith, they lost George Jennings. You would have thought, surely the Tigers have to win, right? With all the players out, no Munster, no Grant, no, they lose players, and Jesse Bromwich was ruled out as well. It's a game that the Tigers should have won, but they just blew it. The Melbourne Storm, they just find a way to win these fucking games. They just find a way. It's so disappointing for the Tigers. Thought they were a chance, but they blew it. Top 3 players on ground. I'm gonna go with number 3. I'm gonna go with, I reckon, Nelson Solomona for number 3. Number 2, I'm going to go with Oliver Gildart. I thought Oliver Gildart had a very strong game in the centres for a day. But Oliver Gildart, number 2. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Jerome Hughes. I thought Jerome Hughes had a really good game. His kicking game was good. His game management was very strong as well. And I thought that try he scored was very, very good as well. But the Melbourne Storm, with the job done over the West Tigers. Well done, Melbourne. Tigers, once again, just find a way to lose games. They should have won this game, but they absolutely blew it. But, guys, and I've got my dog barking in the background. But, guys, that's going to wrap up the Saturday football review for round 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. My man of the match was from the game in case you missed it. For Knights Roosters, man of the match was Jake Clifford for me. Warriors Dragons, I reckon Jack Bell was best on ground. And Tigers Storm, Jerome Hughes is my man of the match. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the review. Well done to Newcastle. Well done to St. George. And well done to Melbourne. And good luck to the Roosters, Warriors, and Tigers next week. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.